that hosting and interviewing is something that I'm really passionate about. So I just want to just let you know that Own It is something I'm very passionate about doing. And I say this every single show, every single time I connect with you guys, how happy and fulfilling makes me. So every single Tuesday, I also have two amazing guests that I I have every single two guests who I talk to and we share our stories. And the intention with that is that if you guys cannot relate to me, because I understand that not everyone is going to be able to relate to me, but at least you're going to be able to relate to one or two of my guests. And that is the intention behind Own It. But also, Own It, as the title says it, it's all about owning the uniqueness of who we are. Because I believe that we're all unique. We all have a story. All of us. It doesn't matter where you come from, who you are. We all have a story to tell. We all have something unique about ourselves that if we truly learn to own it, then we can become amazing at whatever it is that we do. Doesn't matter if it's streaming or not, but that is basically the intention behind Own It. So if you're just tuning in right now, excuse me, I see a lot of new guys and new usernames. Welcome to Own It. I am Cicely, aka that Cuban girl. Please make sure to hit that favorite button as I am trying to be top batch at some point in the next few months. And I really appreciate your love and support. And yeah, just stay tuned. I have a couple of announcements that I would like to make. Announcement number one is also two of my bouncers on the chat, please make sure that, the chat stays respectful, which is the other thing I was going to say. This is a feature show. So we want the chat to be respectful. We want this to be a safe space for, sorry, there we go. Okay, done. We want this to be a safe space for everybody. I do have bouncers. Thank you. I do. We do want this a safe space for everybody to share their thoughts and their ideas, and pretty much for us to share and be vulnerable, right? Which is what we do and Own It every single week. The past 3 weeks have been amazing shows. I have had amazing guests. So I want to invite you, if you want to be part of Own It as a guest, make sure to contact my admin, Emoji J, who's here in the comments. Emoji, please drop your Instagram and drop my Instagram. And if anybody wants to be a guest, please contact Emoji. And the other announcement is, guys, we have Life Fest going on November 3rd to the 5th. So I am going to be going to Life Fest, which makes me so excited because there have been so many of you guys messaging me or even here during the show that have told me that you guys want to connect with me on Life Fest. Please do let me know if you're going to be at Life Fest, because I would love to take photos and meet you guys in person. There's a lot of you guys that I have known here since I first started streaming in general. And of course, there's a lot of you guys who have truly supported me here on Own It as well. And with that said, I'm so excited because today is episode 49. Episode 49 of Own It. Can you guys believe it? Which means next Tuesday is going to be episode 50, y'all. It's going to be episode 50. Please drop a 1 in the chat if you're excited for episode 50, because I'm going to have a very amazing surprise for all of you guys. Thank you. I see you. Oh, see, I am watching the comment box. I promise you. I'm not like other streamers that tell you they're watching and they're not. But yeah, it's going to be episode 50 next week. And I cannot believe it because the fact that I was able to get this show featured only a month and a half after becoming a streamer is beyond me. And I'm just so grateful for you guys for being here. So yes, you guys, Life Fest, November, and episode 50 next week is going to be amazing. And I do want to let you all know that please stay all throughout the show because so many things are going to happen. The first thing, I'm going to give you a little rundown of what's going to happen today, okay? First, we're going to have my very first guest of the day, Then I'm going to give you the quote of the day based on the topic of the day. So no, I did not forget. I know I have to tell you what the topic of the day is. So then we're going to have the quote of the day. Then I'm going to invite my second guest in the show to the box. My second guest today, something was very dear to my heart, and I'm actually very excited to talk with. And after that, I'm going to give you the tip of the day. Sometimes I do it on my own. Sometimes I give the tip with my guest in the box. We'll see how that plays out today. But at the very, very end of the show, I'm going to be giving shout outs to my top 10 gifters and supporters of the stream. And whoever is my number one gifter supporter of the stream will become my bouncer. Okay. And that is just my way of saying thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the show. And just thank you for your energy. One more time, before I invite my guest on the show, is my guest ready? Is my first guest ready? Are you ready, first guest? So yeah, before I do that, I do want to say another quick hello and welcome to everybody tuning in to Own It. Welcome to this featured hour with me, that Cuban girl, that happens here every single Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern time, 2 p.m. Pacific time. So if everyone, emoji, is my first guest available? Is he here? He's here. Where is he? I know, I saw him earlier. Okay. Guys, things that happen live on the live stream, you know what I mean? But yeah, you guys, I am extremely excited to have these two guests on the box today. And also I'm super excited for next week's show. I am trying to, well, I don't want to tell you though what I want to do for next week's show, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be fun. We're still going to follow feature show regulations. Howdy. But I just want to welcome everyone. It makes me so happy to see when my friends tune in to watch the show. I have so many friends that are like loyal to Own It, and I love that. If he's not here, I'm gonna have to go with guest number 2, Emoji J. You know what I mean? So going once, going twice. Thank you, Bugs. Yeah, that's so cute. Thank you so much, Bugs. I appreciate you. I know we're not supposed to do that during feature shows, but I'm so grateful. Legend! Oh, my BFFs are here. Thank you. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go with my first guest of the day. I am actually really excited. You're my first guest of the day, and this is gonna be a surprise to everyone on here. Okay. I need to do a proper intro for you. Thanks, Legend. Everybody go favorite Legend, who also has a feature show on here every single Monday at 11 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you favor my BFF, please. You're the best, Legend. Anyways, okay. My first guest of the stream. He is a web designer and a streamer. He's been on the app since the app was only 1 year old, meaning he's been on the app before the app was a live streaming app, which is like wild to even think about. He is also the admin for so many shows on the app. I don't even know how many shows, but he's the admin for a lot of shows on the app. He's also my dear admin and friend who I annoy every single week with my show Own It. Please, everybody, welcome to Own It, Emoji J. Oh no, the gifts are not letting me. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Emoji J.
Hi.
Hi, Emoji. How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can hear you all.
All right, cool. All right, good.
How are you, Emoji J? I know I did an intro for everyone, but please let everybody know who you are, what you're about.
I am good. So I'm Emoji J. I admin for quite a few shows on the app. I don't even know. I need to make a list again because I haven't done that in quite some time. So I don't even know where I'm at. I also help out with a bunch of other shows, and I could get you on any show that's between me, Moody, Vampy. We can get you on pretty much any show that's on the app.
So,
And
so
I
more or less, how many shows would you say you're the admin for right now, more or less?
probably about maybe 12 or 13. And
That's a lot.
that's not including featured shows right now.
That's not including feature shows?
Well, that is including featured shows, but it's not including that's including non-featured shows as well.
Gotcha. Okay, but that's still a lot of shows. I know I annoy the heck out of you with the guests, and but I always say it on here. I couldn't do Own It without you because you literally know everybody on Meet Me. Between you and Vampy, like you said, you guys know everyone, and I don't, right? So, you do the heavy lifting for me when it comes to that, and I love that. But you just told me yesterday you're actually a web designer and you also do video and you do flyers and all that stuff. And I did not know that you were a web designer.
Right. So
So,
I've been designing websites for probably 20 years, something like that, or more. I don't know. I've been basically dabbling in it since the beginning of web design, or since there was such thing as called the World Wide Web. Yes, I'm that old, everybody, unfortunately. But yeah, I do web design. If anybody's interested, hit me up on Instagram. We can talk, whatever. That's fine. I don't know what else to say about it.
no, it's okay. I can ask you. So, with web design, okay. So, I actually did forget to mention to everybody what the topic of the day today is, and the topic is how streaming can boost your confidence in all other areas of your life. And the reason I decided to have this topic today was because the last couple of weeks we did a lot of like mental health and love and dating and all that stuff. But because you do web designing and you're so good at that stuff and the flyers and all of that, I kind of wanted to make this more of a like how being a streamer has actually boosted your confidence in other things. So being a web designer, do you feel like streaming actually has helped you?
Um, well, being on shows has helped me with confidence. Period. I mean, would I don't think I would ever be in front of a camera like this doing like I don't know real live TV or interviews. I've done an interview one time, and I was on a documentary a long time ago. It was a bulletin board documentary, which is basically before the internet. Um, and that was the only time that I've ever been. And I was nervous when I did that documentary too. I was really, really nervous. 'Cause I wasn't sure what to expect. You know what I mean? Like it was my first time. I was a lot younger, and it was an interesting concept.
So
So,
how did you go, talking about that, how did you go from web designing to the app and then to streaming and then to being an admin?
okay, well, so let me start off with the admin. So before shows was even an idea, I was an admin. I was an admin for The Idol. I know you know who The Idol is, but I was an admin for his show. Idol, he has a talent competition every Sunday. Um, Basically, music, acting, whatever you want to do, type of talent competition. It's not just for singing. Um, but we, what I did was I helped him gather people, on around the app to basically be on his show and to do the competition, and it was interesting. I basically, I guess, coined the term admin uh, because there's no really other word for it. And it was basically just, I guess, it's administrating the show for the person who's hosting it. Getting
Well,
guests.
in entertainment, that would be the producer role. So you're technically a producer.
Right. Well, I guess. I more or less help. Get the guests, do the flyers, do intros if needed, if the show wants one. Which I have some other shows that I could show you that I've done intros for too, if you want me to. Um, I don't really consider myself a producer because a producer does a lot more than just find the guests and all of that. They do, I think, a heck of a lot more than that.
Right. So, okay, so you've been a web designer. How did you end up in the app?
I was on Yearbook for the longest time. Yearbook didn't have live streaming back then. Um, it was basically just like a message board type thing where you post messages and you could message people like your friends. It was basically Facebook for a younger generation, I guess, type of thing. Um, it had pets, which is basically what it was from Tag. Tag has pets right now, but the pets was moved from Meet Me over to, or from Yearbook over to Tag, and that's where the pets came along. Um, it was basically nothing. I mean, honestly, it was just a bunch of people getting together and just chatting. It wasn't really anything spectacular. Then if I remember correctly, Scout came along. Scout had the live feature, and they kind of merged together. Scout and Meet Me. Well, my yearbook became Meet Me. Like one day, everybody was just like, "What happened to yearbook?" Because we everybody went on there to meet people and stuff like that, and it was just gone. And it was called Meet Me. And I thought I kept typing in the wrong address. You know what I mean? Because I'm just like, okay, where's my yearbook? And it's not there anymore. Um, but that Meet Me didn't have live feature right away, so it was still kind of the same situation. We were slowly transitioning yearbook into Meet Me, and then live finally happened. I was not on live the first like couple of years that live happened, um, because there was no diamonds and there was no battles. There was no anything. Pretty much, it was just, hey, look, there's a person and there's no gifts either, so you couldn't gift the streamer if you wanted to. So that was kind of
That's wild. So people were streaming without any gifts whatsoever, just they just wanted to meet people.
right. So long time ago, let's go backwards before uh, Meet Me came around. There was Yahoo Chat, and Yahoo Chat, if you remember, I don't know if you ever used it, had voice chat, and it was basically this, but no video, and it was audio, and people could meet people that way and talk to people and communicate. But it was basically kind of a similar situation, but just no video. Um, which fast forward to today is where basically I think it came out of, or kind of like uh, created itself into what is known as this app, Meet Me Today.
So I want to ask you, Moji J, because you're super busy. You have so many shows that you admin for. How do you how did you start meeting people on the app? Because to be an admin and getting all the guests together for every single show, how do you go about that? Like, how did you start meeting people on here?
Idol, Idol show helped me out a lot. Getting to know people from the competition. He had a lot of traffic, and you got to remember, he was the first show, the longest show, and one of the first shows on the app too. Before there was even a show type idea, he had a show, and they made him a featured show later on. So it was kind of all a transition. Um, I just started meeting people. It was Idol, it was Spider Man, who's not on the app anymore, as far as we know. He had a show. I'm sure Vampy remembers if Vampy's still in here. Spider Man. Um, he had a show though, and then Deadpool, which is Frank Goldman, now had his Deadpool show, which is basically just straight comedy. Um, so it was a combination of those, and that's how I ended up, people knowing me. Like I know Savage OG from the Spider-Man days. That's how old she's been around on the app. Um, but yeah, that's basically how I ended up knowing people. I did websites for Deadpool, and he kind of like advertised me, and so did Spider Man. I did one for Spider Man too. I did a website for him, and he kind of advertised me too. So that's how. Oh, and another way I became popular on the app was doing interviews. I interviewed a crap ton of people on my streaming website. So they were text-based interviews. They were video interviews that came later or started to come later. But I would write down questions, and I would send the questions to people. They would answer them, and they would go on the website, and people would basically promote themselves, and that's where that came about. But yeah, it was a combination of quite a few different things.
So, okay, so well, let's make a quick pause because I need to plug in the show. Everybody, hello. If you're just tuning in, this is Own It. This is a featured show that happens every single Tuesday here on the Meet Me app with me, that Cuban girl, at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. I am seeing a lot of familiar faces, and I do have to give a shout out, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I have to give a shout out to my bestie on the app, Legend, who I think he just took my 5.1. Was that you or Books by the Beach, Legend? But anyways, big shout out to Legend. Also, thank you for being here, you guys. I really appreciate you guys tuning in every single Tuesday. And yeah, right now I'm talking to my admin, Emoji J, who's also a streamer, web designer, and he basically knows, I want to say like probably 80 or 90% of the entire app. He like knows everyone on here. And so today the topic is how streaming can boost confidence in all other areas of your life. So, Emoji, when it comes to the whole streaming and being a web designer and everything, do you feel like what is the one thing that you think has really helped you to become better at streaming and talking to people on the app?
Just communicating, just straight out communicating. I mean, Instagram also helps too. Helps you communicate with people off the app, and then as well as being on the app. Just getting into people's boxes. If they have a date box, open, just jump in there and say hi or whatnot, and try to get to know the streamer. I mean, there's so many people out there that it doesn't really matter who you pick. I mean, I guess it does because you don't want to get the occasional rude person that's around, but you know what I mean. Like for the most part, most everybody's generally nice. Just go into the date box, say hi, telling me to go to sleep. You're funny because you were in my live earlier telling me to go to sleep. I'm dead. Um, but yeah, that's basically just jump into it. There's really no shows is also a good way to build the confidence up. I'm still nervous though on shows, to be honest with you. Like I don't know. I guess it's the how many people are watching type of thing feeling.
Yeah, and you see like the number go up, and you're like, okay, no, but you're doing an amazing job. I just want to say.
Thanks. Yeah. After being thrown into Lily's show and then a couple other shows, you just learn to eventually deal with the nervousness, I guess. And I deal with it in my own ways beforehand. So.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of streaming too. And you're here every single show, but I always talk about this, how streaming really helps somebody come out of their shell. And not only streaming, even just watching streams really helps you come out of your shell.
Yeah, watching, participating, I mean, if you want something small to start off with, try a game show. You know what I mean? Liddy has a game show. Emerald Empress has a game show. There's Legend has a game show. There's quite a few of them on the app. Those are the easiest ways to break into it if you're nervous, I think, or to start out. If you're a musician, try the singing shows. Try auditioning. I don't know. Like it can be intimidating. It can be intimidating at first, but you get used to it after a while.
So yeah, I mean, I was gonna say Legend has an amazing feature show, you guys, every Monday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, and it is an emoji trivia guessing show. And I feel like his show in particular really helps you get out of your head. So that's one really good one you can go check out. But Jay, so I want you to, before I let you go, and of course have you're gonna have to share your Instagram and
Did she
your
freeze? For anybody else? She did. All right. Well, everybody come back. I guess unless she put in the airplane mode or got banned. There we go.
There we go. I'm sorry, you guys. That was my internet. I apologize. Sorry,
It's
sorry.
all right. We all have those issues from
I
time to
know that's
time.
what happens when you live stream, right? Can you
Uh,
hear me okay?
yeah, I can hear you now. You were starting to say,
Yeah, oh, I was gonna ask you to give everybody a tip or like an advice on how to, for somebody who's shy and like you that gets nervous during streams, what can they do to push themselves to stream if this is something they really want to do?
just do it. There's really no other way to handle it. Press that button, go live. You know, like there's times that I mean that's why I go live on the computer, but just try to go live as yourself as much as you can, or you can black screen and point it up at the ceiling, and then just talk to people that way. That's another great way to start out if you're really nervous streaming. People are people. Either they're gonna like you or they're gonna hate you, and that's what the block button's for, right?
Yeah,
So
and yeah, exactly.
it kind of is like high school. I'm not gonna lie. Like this whole app is literally high school all over again. But yeah, just my tip is basically just do it. Just start out and do it.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, Emoji J. Please do give your shout outs for whatever you have coming up.
Auction September 16th. It's 5 hours long. It's gonna have performers and it's gonna have a DJ. DJ Boy is DJing it. It's gonna be fun. Even if you're not bidding on somebody, just show up if you can. Starts at 7 o'clock with the DJ at 5 and performers at 6. And of course, all the shows.
Do they get a name change or no?
Yeah, it's a 3 day name change standard 3 day name change. And all the shows that I had before, message me on Instagram. And if there's a show that you want to be on that you don't know who the admin is, I can hook you up with the person that's the admin for that show.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, Emoji J, for being on the show officially today as a guest.
Yeah, no
Um,
worries.
of course, I appreciate you. And please do stick around because I want to bring you back in the box at the end. You know how these things.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. You guys, hello. That was really nice. I've never actually, I think this is the longest I've gotten to FaceTime or stream with Emoji J. Like I literally talked to him so much, but never like face to face, which is really interesting. But if you're just tuning in right now, hello, welcome to Own It. Welcome to this featured hour that happens here with me, that Cuban girl, every single Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, or if you're on Pacific time, like myself and my bestie here, Legend, it's 2 p.m. Pacific, okay? So I do want to welcome everybody, say thank you so much, as I always say every single Tuesday. I appreciate you showing up, your support, watching, your hearts, your gifts. Even being part of the conversation, all of that really helps and helps the show. And I do want to invite you all to please follow me and connect with me on Instagram and on YouTube. Emoji J, if you could drop on the comment my Instagram. And of course, there's a link on my Instagram to all my other things. But I'm always on Instagram. I always answer DMs. As long as you're respectful, I'll answer the DMs, okay? I promise. But yeah, I love connecting with you guys. I always say this, that my favorite part about streaming is the authenticity that comes with streaming and the fact that we get to do this. And well, I was gonna say something else, but that's gonna be the tip I'm gonna give you for the day. So you have to just wait and see what the tip is, right? But with that said, you guys, welcome to Own It. Basically, I have been in entertainment for the last 10 years, modeling, acting, ring girl for boxing. What else? Former Miss Cuba. I did a few pageants. I was Miss California USA contestant. And if you speak Spanish, I was also on Nuestra Belleza Latina reality show. So I've done a little bit of everything. And I'm at a stage of my life right now where this is truly my passion that I want to do, which is hosting. And we're gonna step it up. We're gonna escalate before the year ends. But Own It is something I really love doing. It gives me the chance to connect with you, but more importantly, it also gives me the chance to share with you tips and tools I have learned throughout entertainment and bring it here to the streaming community. Um, I loved talking to Emoji J because Emoji J, like he mentioned, he's a little bit shy. He's used to be behind the camera. And I know usually our topics every week are pretty deep. I mean, we get really deep on the show. Like we talk about some like mental health and so many things that are amazing. But once in a while, I like having a practical show like this one where I can literally share with you actual tips on how to become better and how to have more confidence. Because this is honestly the one thing that I have learned to master in my life is to be confident because I was not confident in the past, right? So I want to share with you guys, before I share the quote of the day, I want to share with you guys a thought. And this is kind of like a bonus thing I found online, but it's something I really, really connect and it really resonated with me. Um, and I'm going to read it to you. You guys know I write everything down. What is it? Okay. So this is not the quote. I'm going to give you the quote right after, but this is just a thought. Live streaming can help you build authenticity and trust with your audience. Live streaming shows that you're confident, transparent, and willing to interact with your viewers. And that is for me the one thing that I love about live streaming. Now I'm going to share with you the quote of the day, which really resonated, and it goes as follow. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. And that is something that even Emoji J just mentioned it, talking to him, how a lot of people here are mean or whatever, but they ultimately don't matter because the people that are going to vibe with you are the ones that keep coming back, like the friends that you guys have seen on here today. With that said, once again, welcome to Own It. Thank you for the love, the support. Please do join the conversation in the comment box. And Emoji J, are my comments frozen? Oh no, are my comments frozen? Sorry guys, I'm having like Wi-Fi issues right now. I think my comment box just froze. Can you guys see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Uh-oh. I think my comment box just froze. Okay, I'm gonna restart it. Okay, so come back. I'm gonna restart this whole thing. On the featured hour for the show. There you are, emoji. Was my comment box frozen? It was, right? Everybody. All right. So I'm super I'm super excited you guys are back here. Thank you for coming back. Oh my gosh. It's things that happen live, y'all. This happens live. I appreciate you all. It's okay. I don't want to run late. So without further ado, I'm going to invite my second guest of the day in the box. Frankie, are you here? Can't see the gives. No, I don't think you sent 2 gifts. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna have my second guest jumping in real quick. Let me see. Okay, my second guest of the day, his name is Frankie Da Vinci, and he's a streamer, he's an entertainer, he is lyrically inclined in his drive of his daily affairs, as he would quote himself. He's West African and French descent. Please, everybody, welcome to Own It, Frankie.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. Salute to you, everyone. What's going on, Cuban
Hey,
girl?
how are you?
I'm blessed. Thank you for life. Like, I'm really sorry, man. The app was just, I don't know. It's been funny. I try to come in, it kicks me out. I try to type, but anyway, I'm here now, though. I'm so sorry for the
No,
delay.
no, I totally understand you because I'm having issues myself. So it's totally fine. I get it. It's things that happen on the live streams, right? I really
Facts.
appreciate your time and wanting to be on the show. So it is Tuesday emoji. So I know I introduced you a little bit, but if you could tell everybody else a little bit more about yourself.
Thank you for that opportunity. But I would say this, yeah, without wasting most of your time and stuff like that. I don't know what to actually say because I tell this to people. I am the vibe. I am what you see and what you get. Like I bring the vibe, and I believe that it's all about positivities and because a lot of people actually came on this app just because of they try to drive away from the pains they face at home, what's going on in reality, and we are out here trying to be a mini celebrity, just try to give them hope and positivity in a very different way, just to appreciate them and stuff like that. So I don't know. I believe I have the passion in my own lyrical way to just make it straight and try to appreciate people. And somehow those hot souls that actually kind of walk away from their home just to, they got TVs, they got clubs, but they'd rather be on their smartphone, on the small screen, just to come admire you, see us, do our thing, and try to put a smile on their face. Yeah, I'm just a motivational lyrical type, you know?
I love that. So, okay, so with that said, how did you discover that you had that talent?
All right. To just cut them in short stories. What's up, Savage? When I was in college, I used to organize a basketball show. Like I used to be in the school team. Then I kind of organized like a basketball show that has to do with the rap ciphers. You know, after the basketball game, we invite teams to play. After the plays, and I bring out everyone to bring their car in front of the court and put the headlight on. We got the DJ. I grab the mic and just try to just be creative to everyone out there, and that was the entertainment to me until um, when we had the COVID breakout and stuff like that. So instead of just sitting in fears and going through depression, adding to what is going on in the world, I just try to use my time to stay creative and add more essence to what I have to do to get spiced up with it. You know.
I love that. So, do you feel so how did streaming happen for you?
Oh, streaming. Streaming is it's. I'm so blessed. Like I'm like a testimony on this app. I won't lie to you because the app has actually helped me out to improve my vocabularies. And you know, when you're facing all these MCs and ciphers and all, it gives you a room to try to peak and try to be better and just do what you want to do. You know, and build your courage and your momentum. But at first, when I started on this app, I told myself I just wanted to talk to people, discover people and their type of culture. I want to know what the outside world looks like because sometimes, you know, virtually we're stuck. We don't even know what to do. But when you're at the right place and the right time, trying to pick every word you hear and just use it as a content and be better, it's been a lot of help. Like I'm a living testimony for that, for real.
I love that. And I know you and I just met today, which is also one of my favorite things about the doing having the feature show. I get to meet so many streamers, so many people every single week that I wouldn't otherwise meet on here. And I agree with you and
Facts.
relate with what you're saying because in one of my, excuse me, in one of my toughest times, I am so grateful that I had the streaming because, and I've mentioned it here before, but when I was sad and down, streaming really helped me not feel lonely. And my friends on here were really amazing. And so I agree with you. It's been a positive thing.
Right, right. I actually call this place a virtuality that could become reality tomorrow. Don't 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 bring out negative vibes and try to hurt people. If you see about 1 billion streamers out here, I could tell you 909 something is going through a lot out there. Why don't you be that 1% energy to try to give them what they came for? They ignore their TV and stuff like that. Why would they come to you? Because of what you have something they need. So we just have to treat everyone equal, you know.
100%. And it's funny you say that too, because when I first started streaming last year, it was because I felt I was going through, I want to say like a little bit of a meltdown in my own way, like in the industry. I'm kind of the opposite to a lot of people on here, where I was really bad at live streaming. I was really bad at doing the whole Instagram live thing. But there was a
Right.
point in my life where I was lacking a lot of authenticity in the industry that I'm in the real world. And
Facts.
streaming, I don't know what to expect, but actually I met so many people like Legend, who was here earlier. He's one of the first people I met when I first signed up, and everyone was really, really welcoming. And so, yeah, it for somebody who needs connection and authenticity, it's a very interesting way to connect.
Facts. Facts. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to just try to put ourselves out there because sometimes it's not that easy to be on the queue, you know. And before I go into the music, I just have to say I'm really sorry for keeping you waiting because I'm actually in a different location. So I'm on vacation with my fam. So it's just different over here. So I'm really sorry.
No, please, you don't have to say sorry. I appreciate you being here. And yeah, you're a musician. Are you playing some music? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, yeah. I got I because of time, I'm gonna play the first track I ever dropped. One, then I'll go and freestyle to top out. I know
I do
that's
want to
gonna be
say, I do want to say before you go ahead and play that, remember this is a feature show, so there can't be any swearing or anything. Just putting it out there.
well, that's the different though because I don't use profanities in my words. I don't all my tracks you would never find something like that. Never. That's way different.
I love that.
All right, this one is even on YouTube. You would actually find that out. It's called Waste. Like, never waste a second. Make it count. I made this one.
I can't control the world around me getting colder.
Okay.
Plus I got enemies over my shoulder. I'm just grateful for another day, another chance, and I won't let it go to waste. Can't control the world around me getting colder. Plus I got enemies over my shoulder. I'm just grateful for another day, another chance, and I won't let it go to waste.
I wake up in the morning, wake up to this revelation, and that's a generation. Let me try to get my acceleration. You know, I gotta be the domination. I try to make it waving. You know, I think I'm better to it. I'm getting ready. Let me pull up on my drive, getting ready through my ride. You know, I got the live. I wanna hustle through the most. So thankful for this day, and thank you for the opportunity. You know, you are the greatest race. You got the faith. Never wanna try to late. Okay, you know, we gotta keep it when you see the living gate. You open the doors, you try to make it tight and try to live your life, and that's the chronicles to it. You wanna try to make them understand. You count and blessings, name them one by one. You ask yourself, are you better than the dead souls in the past? That's the task, and let everybody know we never last. Let me get it right. Mm. We're truly blessed to be alive today, for real. Truly blessed to be alive today. Every second. Gonna get it right. Just stay straight. Okay.
I can't control the world around me getting colder.
Okay.
Plus I got enemies over my shoulder. I'm just grateful for another day, another chance, and I won't let it go to waste. Can't control the world around me getting colder. Plus I got enemies over my shoulder. I'm just grateful for another day, another chance, and I won't let it go to waste.
And gratitude over my attitude. This is this multitude. We got to leap the longitude. You know we try to keep the altitude. Can we never have the attitude? We gotta read it. And that's the time. Let us try to eat it. I tell you that's a reason. When you try to make every second count, never wasted. You know we're fating and caffeinating, generating. I think I'm dating. I know I got my friends and family. I got the message, and that's the time when you try to understand health is wealth. You try to make it count, and you try to get failed. Looking stealth, you know you got the revelation generation. You want to try to get the right to it. You use the time to try to write the book. I am the writer. I tend to be the finisher. You know the process and that progress, and everybody Congress. We come together when we try to keep time to provide. Learn. Make every second count. We're alive for a reason. So I appreciate it.
I love that. Thank you so much, Frankie. Frankie, you're the first musical number that I've had on the show, so I really appreciate that.
All right. No, you're welcome. I'm just doing my job. All
So,
right. All right, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say we're reaching the end of the featured hour, and we still have a couple of things to do. But please stick around because I will bring you back in the box at the end with Emoji J for
No
final
problem.
thoughts.
Big up to everyone. Yo, I see y'all 224 views. Don't forget to hit the Queen with a fave. It's a very time, you know, you just have to own it and do what you have to do. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I am
You're
grateful.
welcome. Thank you for the advice. Please don't go anywhere, okay? Stay around. And everybody, make sure that you favorite Frankie and you show some love and show up to his streams. And I love the good vibes. You guys already know that I'm all about the good vibes. And I just want to say, our live kind of crashed earlier, but I appreciate the 227 of you guys who came back. So thank you so much for being here. We are reaching the end of the featured hour here on Own It. I was gonna say on Meet Me, but on Own It. And this is the feature show that happens every single Tuesday here on the Meet Me app at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time with myself, Cicely, aka that Cuban girl. I do want to say real quick that I see a lot of familiar usernames on here. Thank you, I appreciate you. I see woo! I see a lot of familiar usernames, so I want to give a quick shout out to the friends that I see real quick. Thank you, Alucard, for coming back, and Kipster, and Quinn Savage, Emoji J, of course, Mike D, thank you, who's been one of my biggest supporters on the app. Toxic Roar, I see you, and Spicy Vanilla, Miss K. I appreciate you guys for being here. Naturally happy for coming back on the show. For tuning in, and for those of you guys who are new and this is your very first time on the feature show, yes, I want to invite you all to do a few things. Number one, please hit the favorite button, as I am trying to become a top streamer very shortly, like a top batch, and that would really help me. I appreciate you. Number two, please connect with me on Instagram. If you have any feedback, any thoughts, or if you simply want to connect, my DMs are always open as long as you're respectful. I will get back to you within 48 hours, okay? Bear with me, but I always get back to you. And number three, please come back to Own It. Own It happens here every single Tuesday on the Meet Me app. And I am going to be at live stream this year. So make sure that if you are going to Live Fest, if you're going to Live Fest, make sure to DM me, and because I would like to meet up with you, take photos, chat, meet you in person. I know Live Fest, thank you, Emoji J. I know Emoji is going to be there. I know a few streamers on here are going to be on there. I do reply back, thank you. So make sure to connect with me, you guys. And what's another announcement? Yes, before we wrap up the show, we're gonna go over for a few minutes, but that's totally fine. I do want to let you know that next Tuesday is going to be episode 50. Episode 50 of Own It. And I cannot believe it's been 50 episodes already. That is crazy. But I'm very grateful to you guys, the community. I mean, the only reason I've been able to hit milestones and be here on the app being such a new streamer is all thanks to you, really. So I appreciate the love and the support and you showing up and all the things. And to my guests, thank you so much for always being here. And yes, so episode 50 is going to be a very special episode. I have a surprise happening prepared for you guys, so make sure you tune in next Tuesday. And I do have to still do a couple of things. I do have to give you the tip of the day based on the topic of the day. I will be bringing back my 2 guests on the comment box. And then I'm going to also give shout outs to the top gifters of the stream. Now, this is a tricky one because our live stream kind of crashed earlier and I had to restart it. Earlier, my number 1 gifter was Legend, but Legend, I know he's already a bouncer. So Legend, I am going, let me check real quick. Okay, yeah, it's still Legend based on the gives. So Legend, I owe you a power bouncer to give the bouncing powers to somebody of your choice next time I see you. But so for right now, what I'm going to be doing, thank you, Nina. What I'm going to be doing at the end is basically based on this this count of supporters is I'm going to make my number 1 supporter the new bouncer of the stream. And if that person's already a bouncer, then they get the bouncing powers. They get to give it to somebody else. I just did a bouncer reset about 3 weeks ago. So somebody earlier in the comment box, very early on the show, was telling me I need more bouncers. I know, but it's like what we do every Tuesday, right? My way of saying thank you, you become a bouncer, and then that's how I get my bouncers. So I appreciate you guys. I am going to almost close out the show by giving you the tip of the day when it comes to our topic. And the topic today was, let me go back, how streaming can boost your confidence in all other areas of your life. Basically, the tip that the thought that I was going to share with you, thank you for the hearts, is that for me, in particularly, the one thing that streaming has helped me with when it comes to boosting my confidence in other areas is that, as I mentioned before, I was not good. I was really good at being in front of the camera if I had a commercial or something of the sort, but I was not good at being authentic and being truly myself when it came to doing live streams. And I think as an entertainer, thank you, Mike, as an entertainer or even as a streamer, I mean, if you're a streamer anywhere, you are an entertainer of whatever shape or form, right? So the best thing that as streamers we have to do is truly be transparent and authentic. And if you don't know how to do that, it becomes really difficult to do streams, right? So for me, that is how streaming excuse me, has boosted my confidence outside of streaming, out there. Every time I do stories now or with my YouTube channel, it's really helped me because I feel like I can be myself, right? And of course, Own It has been a huge part of all of that shift. And so for anybody out there, and the reason also I decided to make the topic of the day what I made it was because I get a lot of comments on here every week and a lot of DMs also of people telling me how they feel they watch streams all the time. And some people have even told me that they really wish they could stream or that they were better at streaming or that they were less shy when it came to streaming. And so that's why I wanted to make this show, to show you guys that, somebody like Emoji J, for example, who's so used to being behind the computer, right? You can also be a streamer. You can be more than a streamer. You can be an admin for shows. You can still be social without needing to hide behind the screen, right? If that's something you really want to do. And like he said earlier, just do it. If you have any sort of story, any talent, or if you just simply want to connect with a different community like I did, this is my story. I wanted to connect with a different community that wasn't the LA community. And so that's why I stream, right? So yes, there's a place for everyone in the streaming world, 100%. And I wouldn't have met any of you guys, if it wasn't for streaming. And I just love the fact that worlds collide on the streaming community. So that was my tip for confidence today. Just do it. Just put yourself out there. When I first started streaming, I didn't know what to expect. I have a gift for talking, so I just talk. I can talk about anything, but I actually started streaming dancing. I had an LED flow arts. The OGs on here know exactly what I'm talking about. I love flow arts, and yeah, that's how I started on here, and it was really fun. And then I started talking to people, and then I have the feature show. So just do it, you guys. So before we end the featured hour, and I give the bouncing power to somebody, that'll be cool. I know I'm gonna start doing it again. Oh, I do want to remind you guys and say it because this is something very new that I just started last week. I now have a streaming schedule. So now I will be streaming on Tuesdays for Own It, and then Wednesdays and Thursdays, okay? I will be doing bonus days on Sundays sometimes. Sundays are going to be bonus days. My weekends are usually don't stream, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are my streaming days. So that's where you can find me on here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Make sure you have me favorite so you know when I come on, and make sure you follow me on Instagram because I always post notifications of when I'm streaming so you guys know, okay? So with that said, we have reached the end of the featured hour, but before we end the stream, I do want to invite both my guests back in the box, and also I need to give the shout out. Actually, let's do this first. Let me give the shout out to, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I took a photo before the stream crashed earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go back and check who the number 2 and 3, I know number 1 was Legend, who number 2 and 3 were, and then I'm going to be making my number 1 here the bouncer, okay? So shout outs real quick on, let's do 5 and up, okay? Number 5, Naturally Happy. Thank you, girl. Number 4, Nina. Thank you. Number 3, Mike D. Thank you, Mike, for always supporting the show. Number 2 is Gifster. Thank you, Gifster. And number 1, my dear friend, Toxic Roar, or JS. I don't know. I feel like you always change your name. But thank you so much for being here. Your weekly should be correct. My weekly. Okay, let me check. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're so smart, Mike D. See, I always learn from you guys. Okay, he's totally right. So number 1 is Legend, actually. So shout out to my bestie, Legend, but he's already a bouncer. So I owe him the bouncing powers to somebody else. And number 2 is Roar, like Toxic Roar. And number 3 is Books at the Beach. So Roar, are you a bouncer? You're not a bouncer anymore. So welcome back to my bouncing family. I was about to say that too. Well, I did a bouncing reset the last couple of weeks, you guys. I had to because I had so many bouncers, and it's only fair, you know. But congratulations, Toxic Roar, for becoming my newest bouncer. Woo! Yay! Thank you for supporting the show. I appreciate you. Welcome back to the fam. And just thank you for being here. So now for final thoughts, I'm going to invite back Emoji J and Frankie. If you're here, please join us in the box. Is Frankie here?
Oh, no. Let me.
Well, Emoji J, remind everybody of your auction. Shout out to your auction.
September 16th, 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. is the actual auction, and then 2 hours before DJ your boy, and then an hour of performances. It's a full auction, so no spots available, but come and support other people if you can.
Yes, and if you guys are not familiar with what an auction is, basically you go on Emoji J's stream. He's gonna have a whole bunch of streamers, and whoever is the highest bidder for each streamer they get to have that streamer
Well, you
change.
battle me. You battle me. You battle the host. You always battle the host. It's never in the stream. Like some people do auctions that way, but it's an actual auction is a battle. But Frankie's here, by the way.
He's here.
Um,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
yeah.
I think he requested me. Awesome. Welcome back, Frankie.
That's right.
Hello, Frankie. Do you have anything
Greetings.
you want to shout out?
Do I have what? 1 minute? Oh,
Anything you want to shout out? Do you have any shows coming up or anything?
oh 100. 100. All right, shout out to the kings in the room. I see you 368 views. You want to know the truth? Without you all over there just trying to sit down so patiently, trying to shoot your shot and trying to just understand what it feels to be so beautiful like this. Oh, everybody want to have a go on a date with her. It's not for everyone, but big up to you all because without you all, we streamers can't actually rock. So y'all the best. You are the best. And I see another Nina over there, so big up yourself, Nina, as well. Yeah, I know about that, but just keep doing what you got to do because every morning you wake up in the morning, remember that's an opportunity for a better day from the previous one you failed. Just don't waste it. Those are my words for you.
I love that. Let's do a quick photo before we close out the show for
I feel
the
like I'm low.
photo, Frankie.
Oh, not my ugly face in the box. Hello.
I love that. Okay, you guys. Well, this concludes the featured show today on the Meet Me app. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for the favorites. Thank you, Frankie, for being here. Thank you to my amazing guests. Thank you for the hearts, the favors, the gifts. I appreciate you all. And make sure you follow me on Instagram at Cicely Marion for updates of streaming and shout outs. I give story shout outs